What's up, everyone? Thanks for joining me here today. How's everyone's day going? Let's see who we got here in the chat. Songs About Everything, what's up? Gladys, hello. Hi, Emma. Hi, Allison. Yes, Stu Train all the way. Hello, hello. Yes, next stop was Borough. Stu Macher is also my favorite. Hi, Pyro. Hi, Landon. Hi, Mark. Yes, I am so ready, beyond ready. Hello, thanks for joining us. Hello. How is the volume of the music on here? I'm still getting used to StreamYard, and I just discovered that you could play background music. Is it too loud? Should I lower it a little bit? Let me know if you can hear me good. Okay, you say the volume's good. Hey, Songs About Everything. If you guys don't know Songs About Everything, go subscribe to their channel. They make Scream songs. They made the iconic Stu Macher is Alive song. Hey, Reagan. Rock Darko says, as much as I'd like the Stu narrative, don't you think it's too widespread now and that they will not use it in fear the fan base expects it too much? I get what you're saying, but I think it'll still be a shock. Even though I'm fully expecting it, my mind's gonna be blown if they do it. So I think they should still do it. Go big or go home. We're on the 7th movie. They gotta do something big. Let's see what else we got. Hi, Jordan. Thanks for being here today. Stu is 100% my favorite Ghostface in the entire franchise. I want a new trilogy with Stu revealed in Scream 9 as the mastermind. I don't want to wait till Scream 9 for him to be revealed. I want it to happen in Scream 7. And then I would like for him to get away with it at the end of Scream 7. So then maybe we could have a full movie with him in Scream 8. That would be good. Oh no, your lunch break is over soon. Nice, Emma. Yes, everyone go subscribe to Songs About Everything. Yeah, it's, they got to do it right. They got to take the time. Don't rush it. It's got to be good. They can't just mess this up. The Ghostface in the background, no, that's the scene, that's the first scene as Sydney gets attacked at her house. After school, when she takes a nap, she's waiting for Tatum to get there. And she's on the phone with Ghostface, thinks it's Randy, but it's not. And this is Stu. This is Stu who attacks her. Hi, Chocolate Ice. This is true. Technically, any Ghostface that was not shot in the head could come back. Will they? Probably not. I mean, I think Stu's the only one that's going to come back, but technically, any Ghostface that has not been shot in the head could come back. And there's quite a few of them. We got, besides Stu, we have Mickey. He was shot a bunch of times, but not in the head. Let's see. Jill, Charlie Walker, and then in Scream 6, Bailey was not shot in the head, and neither was Ethan. Yes, that's exactly what I would like. I don't want him to be revealed until the end of Scream 7, but I want a full movie with him at the same time. So this would be ideal. Nice. I gotta get a Ghostface robe. I have 2 masks. I have the original mask and then the aged one from Scream 6. But I don't have a robe. I gotta get one. Ooh, Landon, this is a good question. Protect, rescue, kill. Randy, Tatum, Kirby. Oh my gosh, that's so tough. I'm gonna say protect Kirby. Rescue Randy because it kills me that he died. And then kill Tatum, which is so hard because I love her. But someone's got to go. That was a good question. Thank you. Victor says, didn't they say something at the end of Scream 6 about cops getting paid off? Will it come out that Stu's parents paid the cops off to take his death? Yeah, so I've definitely talked about this on my channel before. Gale says in Scream 6 when they're all going to the shrine that cops like money, which is definitely what I think happened in the first Scream movie. I think, what's his name? Sheriff Burke. I think he was paid off by the Macher parents. They had money, clearly. They lived in a really big, nice house. And they could have been friends with him, Sheriff Burke. So yeah, I definitely think Gale saying that could have been some kind of foreshadowing and like a little bit of a clue for us to figure that out. I hope that it's revealed in Scream 7 that Sheriff Burke helped cover up Stu's death. What do you think? Kirby opening scene on Scream 7. I have thought about that before because if Scream 7 is going to mirror Scream 3, Scream 3 was Cotton Weird. And he was our first returning character as an opening kill. So a part of me thinks that Scream 7's opening kill is going to be a returning character. And there's only so many options for that. It could be Kirby, it could be Gale, which would be a pretty crazy opening scene and definitely like go down in history. Do I want it to be Gale though? No, because Now that we have Sydney coming back, I want to see Gale and Sydney on screen together. But then again, it would be a good way to get Sydney back involved in the story. So I don't know, maybe it could be someone like Danny, who, you know, is not super important, and like the fans haven't grown that attached to him the way that we have with Kirby. So maybe Danny could be the opening kill. I personally don't want to see Kirby as the opening kill. It's because I like her so much. I want her to be fully in Scream 7 and then hopefully in the future, in future movies. Jordan talks film. I'd rather than bring Jill back. I get it. You know, Stu's not for everyone. I love Stu and I love Jill. I would love to see Jill come back too. I have my theories about that as well. Because that was the original plan, kind of. You know, if they had continued Scream 5 back in the day, back in 2012, Jill was going to survive at the end of Scream 4 and get away with it. Sydney was going to lose some of her memory and not remember that Jill was the Ghostface. So it's possible if they want to like honor that original plan, but they might not do it at this point, especially if they're going to bring back Stu. It might be too much to like bring back more than one, even though I personally would like to see that. I don't want it to just stop at Stu. It would be cool to have more than one Ghostface return, but I just don't see that happening. But Emma Roberts did say that she feels she's not done with Scream and that she would return. Who knows? Yes, we need a Stu Macher cult. It needs to happen. That's where it's headed. Like, all the clues are there. Come on. If they don't do this, it's such a missed opportunity. There are so many cult clues in Scream 5 and Scream 6. These new movies. So it's like, if that's not where it's leading, what were you setting up in the previous two films? All signs lead to Stu and a Ghostface cult, in my opinion. Yeah, hopefully I can see Scream 7 on opening night. My goal right now is to be invited to the premiere. I would love for someone to reach out to me for me to be invited to the Scream 7 premiere. That would be insane. Ooh, another good question from Landon. If there's a character that died in each movie that you could bring back, who would they be for each movie 1 to 6? Wow, that's tough. The first movie would definitely be Tatum. The second movie would definitely be Randy. No question. Scream 3, definitely Jennifer Jolie. She's my favorite character in Scream 3. Scream 4, let's see. There weren't really any big deaths in Scream 4. So who would I bring back? Maybe like Perkins, Officer Perkins. Or maybe Olivia, actually, because I feel bad for her. She wasn't like my favorite character, but I just feel so bad for her. So for Scream 4, it would definitely be Olivia. Scream 5, oh, Dewey, no question. Definitely Dewey. Scream 6, no big deaths there. I guess Annika. I mean, she was a sweet girl, so probably Annika for Scream 6. Thank you for your question. Another good one. Would I be pissed if the killer was another Sydney family member? Well, yeah, if Stu's not involved. If that would mean that it's not Stu, yes, I would be pissed. If it's a family member of Sydney's working with Stu, that's a different story. Yeah, it would still kind of be like played out, and I would probably be like, oh my gosh, like another family member of Sydney. But like I said, as long as it's with Stu, I can't be mad. Stu has to come back, yes. Talking Star Wars, how are you? Thanks for being here. I want there to be a cult in 7, Stu being the leader, 3 or more Ghostfaces leading to 8. That would be cool. I wouldn't be mad at that. Obviously, I want there to be a cult. Definitely want Stu to be the leader. And then, yeah, maybe some of the Ghostfaces can survive leading into 8. That would be cool. Imagine if Stu wore his old mask in 7 and he takes it off and he's all disfigured and scarred up. That's what I'm hoping will happen. Matthew Lillard even said himself in an interview, the person interviewing asked him, how would you like to come back? And he said, all scarred, like scarred face. So yeah, I feel like he has to have scars if he's going to come back. The TV did break on his face, so I would imagine there's some scarring. Oh, I love Tatum. I don't think she's annoying. I think she was really funny, actually. Hey, Denisha. Thanks for being here. How are you? Stu was the most insane Ghostface because he didn't have a motive. He just said peer pressure to throw them off so he could get away with it if they were caught. Stu is pretty insane. I think he was just having fun. He just did it for fun. And I also think he kind of like looked up to Billy. So he just wanted to make Billy happy. I hope not. I mean, I just want it to be called Scream 7. I wonder if it'll probably have the same like Roman numerals as Scream 6. Sheriff Burke would absolutely take money for a cover-up. He was shady the whole movie. I mean, I know it was a red herring, but who knows? Maybe there's more to Sheriff Burke. I think there is. Unfortunately, I don't think that they would do this because Melissa's just. I don't think Melissa would do that. I don't think she would come back for that. Jenna probably wouldn't either. And honestly, I think this would piss off a lot of fans even more than like not bringing them back at all. I think to bring them back and then kill them in the opening scene, I think that would make people so angry. I think I did see this. That Stu didn't care about Tatum. Hi, Jordan. Are we thinking Christina Carpenter will be the opening kill? And she discovers both her daughters were killed already in their rooms. Too dark. That could bring back Sydney, as she may have had a past with it. Interesting. I don't think she would be the opening kill. At least I hope not. Just because I want to see more from Christina Carpenter. I know there's a lot of people out there who say they don't care about Christina, and you know, they say, why would you want to see more from her? She's just like this side character that we only hear about, who doesn't even like technically exist, like, because we haven't seen her on screen. But I think there's so much that can be done with her, because like you said, Jordan, she has a past with Sydney and Billy. You know, like, there's so much that could be done with her. And you know, just like Randy says, it's all about going back to the original. So don't you want to see something that's tied to the beginning? And Christina could be that. She has ties to the first movie. Will she be the opening kill? I don't know. I don't think so. I don't know if it would have that much of an impact since we haven't met her yet. Like I said, I want to see more from her. I want to see her actually in the movie. And even without the Carpenter sisters being there, I think it's totally possible to still include her. Because like we just said, like with Sydney in the story, Christina could be involved with that somehow. We don't need the Carpenter sisters to have Christina be in Scream 7. So I don't know. We'll see. I mean, we heard about those like script leaks that apparently Christina and Leslie Macher were going to be in Scream 7. Will they do that now that it was supposedly leaked? I don't know. I don't know. We'll have to wait and find out. Oh, I absolutely freaked out also. I could not contain myself when I found out that Neve Campbell was coming back. Oh my gosh, thank you so much for the $10 super chat. Alex19881. Thanks for being here again. I know you were in the last live stream. I appreciate it. Have I seen The Shining? Stu Macher reminds me of Jack Torrance, who is The Shining's main character. Both characters are goofy, as well as what I would describe as gleefully insane. That's a pretty good comparison. I have seen The Shining. It's not one of my favorites. I know it's a classic. It's one of those that are kind of like slow moving at first. It is good though. I did enjoy it. I have not yet seen Dr. Sleep. I hear that's really good. I have to see that. But yeah, that's actually a good way to describe them. Gleefully insane. Yeah. They definitely are similar in that way. I gotta give it a rewatch, you know. It's worth a rewatch. Thank you so much for your question, and thank you for the $10 super chat, and thank you for being here. I appreciate you. Hi, Mariah. How are you? Thanks for being here. Victor says, no Stu equals no reason to make Scream 7. A little part of me agrees with that. You know, even if Stu doesn't come back, I still would want to see Scream 7. I love this franchise. You know, I'll watch it as many as they're gonna make. I'll watch all of them. But I agree with you a little bit on this one. Like I said before, if Stu doesn't come back, what were you setting up in Scream 5 and Scream 6? For me, this seems like the only way, the only outcome. Like, I mean, you know, just do it in Scream 7, bring him back, and then it could be over with, and you guys can move on to new storylines after that. So we'll see, I guess. Nice, Denisha. I hope you enjoy your day off from work. Yeah, I really hope I get invited to the premiere. We'll see. Yeah. Poor Olivia went down in history being the bloodiest killer of them all. I feel so bad for her. She was already scared just being next door to Sydney. And I don't blame her. Olivia, definitely one of the best kills. Yeah, I definitely hope there's at least 4, like more than we got in Scream 6. It was cool to see 3 for the first time, but with a cult, I mean, you need more than that. So at least 4, if not more. What do you guys think about seeing all these different Ghostface attacks happening across the country? Like, what if they show us scenes from all over the country, different states, like not even where Sydney's at or Gale. Maybe Sydney will be watching the news and she sees that it's happening like all over the country. That would be crazy to see. Hi, Jordan. Thanks for joining us. Yeah, maybe we could do a live stream together. Talking Star Wars has a theory. Kincaid wrongfully accused someone, and the actual killer or the wrongfully accused was Ghostface. The motive could be 15 years of life taken away in prison. That's not a bad theory. I just hope it has to do, like, somehow Stu could be written into that, worked into that, or maybe one of Stu's cult members is the person who was wrongfully accused. That would be cool. That's a good theory. Cheesecake Lover said, I don't think it's going to be another family member of Sydney. The past 2 movies, killers, were repeats of previous movies. If they do it a third time, the audience will be annoyed. I totally get what you're saying. Yeah, you know, now that we know, like you said, Scream 5's killer is the same as 1. Scream 6's killer was the same as 2. So they kind of gotta change it up for Scream 7. This is why, though, you know, this is why I thought for Scream 7, Tara would be the killer. This was before Jenna announced that she quit, when she was still going to be in the story. I was certain that Tara would be the killer to mirror Roman as the half-sibling. I actually think that that would be a good twist, even if a part of you is expecting it. You, at the same time, don't really expect, like, Sam's half-sibling, who we've grown to know and love, to be the killer. So that would have still been shocking and a good way to mirror Roman. But now, you know, now that the story is going to focus on Sydney, I don't see how the killer could mirror Roman, because Roman was Sydney's half-sibling, so it's not like she's going to have another half-sibling. At least I freaking hope not. But yeah, I think... Sorry, my laptop went. Yeah, I think it's going to be Stu. So in that way, it's not going to mirror Scream 3. Yeah, hopefully Stu comes back with Sydney. Like I've said a million times on my channel, Matthew Lillard has said that he will only come back if Nev Campbell comes back. So this is great news that we're getting Nev Campbell back. So there's no doubt in my mind that Stu's coming back. Hello, hello. Thank you for joining us here today. Is Stu alive? Absolutely. 100%. I wish, maybe in the future, maybe with Scream 8. This is absolutely my theory. I have a bunch of videos on this. I think it's still possible, even without the Carpenter sisters. Christina not only has history with Sydney, they went to high school together, shared a boyfriend technically, but if Christina was hanging out with Billy, then she was also hanging out with Stu. Like, come on. The three of them were hanging out together. I think there's a very good chance Christina knew what they were up to. And she also has a dark side, and she was like into that dark side of Billy. And once he died, she like missed that dark side. So then she hung out with Stu and like helped cover up his death. That's my theory. I could go into way more detail about that, and I'm sure most of you guys here have seen my past videos. Hi Oliver, thank you. Thanks for being here. Maybe the opening kill is at Kirby's place and her significant other gets killed and Kirby escapes. That would be interesting. I wonder who Kirby would be dating. Probably no one we've met before. That would be cool, you know, like Kirby at home with her boyfriend or whoever, and Kirby gets a phone call. Ooh, that would be cool. And then, like you said, they kill her significant other if she gets out. That would be cool. It's a good idea. Hi Ray, how are you? Thanks for joining us. Yes, if you guys don't know, I'm having a Scream live watch party this coming Friday, March 22nd at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. So I hope you guys can make it. We're gonna watch the movie and chat about it. So set the time aside in your calendar if you can. I would really appreciate it. It's going to be a lot of fun. Hey Marcus. The rumor is the story will still be split, half Sydney, half newbies. If accurate, do you think we will be following a new protagonist going forward? Interesting. So you mean like Sydney's not even going to interact with the newbies? That would be interesting. And then that way, if it's the cult, then maybe different cult members are messing with Sydney and the newbies separately. Obviously, it would have to be Stu for Sydney, and then his little minions can be messing with the newbies. Interesting. Do I think we will be following a new protagonist going forward? Who knows? I don't know. That's interesting. I gotta watch your video still. I forgot to check it out, but I will after this live stream. Thank you for your question. Thank you for being here. I'm sure most of you guys here know Marcus from I Shot Him 6 Times, but if you don't, go check out his channel and subscribe. He's got great content. If I could only have one Ghostface for each movie, who would they be? Obviously, I'm assuming you mean like out of the ones we got, who would I pick? So for the first movie, definitely Stu. I love Billy also, but Stu is my favorite. Scream 2, probably Mickey. He was more interesting, I think, and I wish that we got to see more of him. Scream 3, obviously Roman. Scream 4, that's tough because I really like both Jill and Charlie. But I think I'm gonna go with Charlie. Both are great. Scream 5, I'm gonna go with Richie. Scream 6, probably Detective Bailey. I think Bailey was my favorite out of the 3 of them. And then Quinn was my second favorite, and then Ethan I don't Ethan I don't care for at all. Hey Katie, thank you. I love Stu also. Hey Nick, how are you? Thanks for being here. You guys gotta go subscribe to Nick also if you haven't already. Great horror movie content. Marcus says, I want to get a bunch of creators together, Airbnb, the Macher house, or Sydney's house the week leading into the film and just do a massive content build-up for the film's release. Oh my gosh. That would be crazy. That would be so much fun. Are you actually going to do that? That would be crazy. I would love to go to the Macher house. Hi, Thomas. Some fans keep saying they want Patrick Dempsey to be a killer in 7, and he was Roman's accomplice. I hate it if not another love interest killer and detective. So I'm like 50-50 on that. I think it would be a good twist if it was revealed now that he was Roman's accomplice. I have talked about that on my channel before. I'm just a big fan of things being revealed years later. It, you know, and it would be sad if like Sydney started a life with this man, but it would also be a the love interest has been done before. But this one would be a little bit different because she started a life with him. She married him. She had kids with him. She's lived with him for years and years. And now we find out. So I totally get where you're coming from, but it would be crazy to see. When did I discover the movie Scream? I don't remember. I was a young kid, and I've always loved it, but my current like obsession with it has started pretty recently, actually, when Scream 5 was announced. That just ignited my obsession. Do I want 7 to be the end, at least for Sydney, or do you hope they keep going? I hope they keep going as long as they can make good movies. You know, if it's going to get to the point where they're not making quality movies anymore, then it's like, maybe we shouldn't be doing this. I don't want to see Sydney's story end. I want to see her be able to be included somehow in the future movies. But it could be done the way that they did with Scream 5, like Sam and Tara were the focus. And then Sydney really took a back seat and she wasn't the main character anymore. So I would definitely like to see that. I hope they keep going. We'll see. As long as the movies keep making money, I think they're gonna keep making movies. One other question. Do you have any friends or relatives who are fans of Scream? Not really. My sister likes them, but she's not anywhere near obsessed as I am. It's pretty much just me. Thank you so much for supporting my channel. I appreciate you. I have heard people say this before. Like, what if Scream is in the same universe as Urban Legend because of Rebecca Gayheart? That would be crazy. Hi Percy, thanks for tuning in even though you're at work. Oh my gosh, I would love to get some kind of props from set. That would be cool. I gotta build up my Scream shrine. I don't have that much stuff. I have the movie posters, I have 2 masks, I have like a fake knife, I have the Scream game, that game that came out like this past summer. They actually reached out to me to send me a free copy, so that was cool. What if they kill Sydney and bring back Sam and Tara? If Jen and Melissa want to come back, if not, then don't kill off Sydney. But it will be a shock if Stu kills Sydney to get away in Scream 8. I don't know if they would ever kill Sydney. A part of me thinks that they should. Don't kill me for saying that. I love Sydney and I want to see her in future movies. But it would be shocking if she actually dies. I don't know. I don't know. And what if they bring back Sam and Tara? I don't know if that's ever going to happen. I hope so. Hi, Samantha. Do I think Gale dies in 7? I think there's a good chance. And a part of me wants it to happen. I love Gale. I'm happy that she survived 6 so that we can see her in 7 with Sydney. But at the same time, that scene in Scream 6 would have been an emotional death, which is something that we need in these movies. So yeah, I think there's a good chance she's going to die in 7. Maybe not, I could be wrong, but I don't know. Yes, the watch party this Friday is going to be a lot of fun. I'm excited. It's been a minute since I watched the movie. I'm constantly rewatching it, but it has been maybe a couple months at this point since I watched it. And I've been in the mood to watch it lately. And I almost did the other night, but then I said, let me do a watch party with everyone. Hi, Ian. Yeah, it might be a little obvious, but like I said before, I will still be shocked if they actually do this. And I do think that there's a lot of people out there who aren't seeing all the clues that we see, that we talk about. There are people out there who are casual viewers and do not dissect the movies the way that we do. Like my sister, for example, I just mentioned how she is a fan of the movies and she's seen all of them, but she's not obsessed like I am. She doesn't constantly rewatch them. So anytime I occasionally mention the Stu theories to her, she has no idea what I'm talking about. She doesn't know the clues and the signs. So yeah, it might be obvious to us, but at the same time, I will still be shocked if they pull this off. Even though I'm expecting it, there's still that thought in my head of will they do it or won't they? I hope we get to meet Sydney's kids in Scream 7. That I hope so too. That would be fun. I wonder if I've heard a few people say what if there's a time jump so that they're older, or if they're still going to be young, we kind of saw them in Scream 5. We didn't actually see them, but Sydney was pushing a carriage, a stroller. I feel like the kids should still be young, and then in a future movie we could time jump a little and her kids could be teenagers and have Ghostface go after her kids. It's not a bad idea. Have I seen the Stab fan films? I have not. I was just saying in my last live stream that I should get into more fan films. I've seen one, I think, the Legacy, Screen Legacy or something it's called. No, I have not seen the Stab fan films. I think she will interact with them, but it could be a Scream 5 dynamic where we get a new protagonist and Sydney isn't the main focus, so she'll have more of a role in 7 than 5. Interesting. I'm hoping that Sydney plays a big role in Scream 7. Obviously, we don't know any details yet, but a part of me is thinking that that's what's going to happen, that Sydney is the main focus again. But who knows? I don't know. I'm really excited to get more news. I can't wait to find out who the cast is, cast updates, cast photos, set photos. I need some more information here. I've heard rumors that they're going to start filming this summer. So if that's the case, it'll be a few months until we get set photos and stuff. And I'm very excited. I agree with you. I think Randy is my favorite. It's so hard to pick favorites because everyone is so good, especially the cast of the first movie. And that's just a perfect cast. I believe that everyone in that movie was meant to play that role. But yeah, I agree with you. My favorite killer is Stu, and my favorite innocent person is Randy. Sydney can't die. Yeah, I know. I don't really want her to. But it would be crazy if she did. Brad Pitt says, if Stu were to come back, wouldn't it have made perfect sense for 5, back in his house with everyone there? I think his character was perfect in the first and should be left alone. So, as far as him coming back in Scream 5, I don't think so, because we can consider these new movies like a new trilogy. And with something as big as Stu coming back, that's something that happens in like the finale, like the grand finale, the big reveal in the 3rd movie. And just like Randy says, it's all about going back to the beginning and finding out something you thought was true isn't true, or whatever the hell he says. Something like that. I get what you're saying about it being in Stu's house. That is something that I would like to see in Scream 7. If and when he comes back, I want to see him in his old house again. But no, I think Scream 5 was just starting to set it up with the little clues. One of them being the YouTube video in the corner when Richie's watching YouTube. The suggested video was, did the real life Stu Macher survive? So I think Scream 5 was just starting to set it up. Scream 6, we got some more clues, and then Scream 7 is going to be the grand reveal in the big finale. I don't think they should kill the main character off simply because of shock factor. Wes Craven has said Sydney will never die. Why go against the word of the OG? I get it. I don't necessarily want them to kill her off. It would be really sad. But you never know. Sometimes as these franchises go on and on for a long time, sometimes it's gotta happen. I mean, look at Laurie Strode in, which one was it? Resurrection? So, not saying that that's necessarily a movie we should compare Scream to, because it's not the best movie, but, sometimes these things happen. Hi, thank you so much. When would you say Scream 7 will come out? Hard to say. I don't know anything more than anyone else, but if I had to guess, it would be 2025. Since we're already months into 2024, and we don't know where they're at with the production of it. The script might not even be finalized. It might still be in the rough draft phases. We don't know who the cast is. We don't know when they're going to start filming. I did hear a rumor that they're not going to start filming till summertime. So, a movie takes time to film. They got to do reshoots. They got to edit the movie. They need some time to build up the hype and, release the teasers and the trailers. So I think 2025, and then especially because of that one photo that was circulating from the Fun World masks, it said Scream 7 2025. And people weren't sure if that was an old release date when, before the news broke about Melissa. Because some people think it could be 2026 now, but And that would be the 30th anniversary of the original, but I don't want to wait that long. So I'm hoping the latest is 2025. I feel like they don't want to wait that long either to put it out. I feel like they do want to get it out as soon as possible. But we'll see. I can't wait until we get an official release date. Ugh, I can't wait till we get some more news. I feel like it's only a matter of time before we get that Courtney Cox announcement soon. Who knows, though? Who should be the one to kill Stu? Sydney, Gale, or Kirby, maybe? And how do you think he should die? I do think Sydney should be the one to do it. Have a full circle moment. How should he die? I don't know, but I do know that Craven Something Scary here on YouTube says that he thinks it's going to be a very definitive kill, such as getting his head chopped off so that there will be no more debate. So that, the theories will finally be put to rest and no one can wonder whether Stu is still alive anymore. So that would actually be pretty epic if he was decapitated. Hashtag Down Goes Weather's campaign is restarted for 7. I thought 6 was the time it would happen. They played me. 7 has a chance to right the wrongs. Yeah, I agree. They played me too. I shed a tear in the theater for nothing. You made me cry for nothing. That one line, tell Sydney he never got me. Ugh, that would have been such a good final line for Gale. But at the same time, if and when she does die, I want Sydney to be present for it. I want Gale to die, trying to save Sydney, or just have Sydney be there. Because can you imagine Gale lying on the floor dying like she was in Scream 6, and Sydney being the one to be leaning over her? Oh my god, I'm gonna sob in the theater. So yeah, I think Scream 7 is her time. We lost Dewey in 5. We didn't lose anyone big in 6. Someone's gotta go in 7. Oh my god, yes. I need to see a flashback. I have said this a bunch on my channel. I want a flashback of Dewey. Ugh, that would be so emotional. Don't you know you're not supposed to say be right back? Because you won't be back. Oh wow, fall filming begins? That's even longer than what I thought. I thought it was going to be summer. That sucks, but you know what? That leaves more time for us to just have fun on here and speculate. Because think about it. As much as I want the movie to come out, half the fun is the build-up to the movie. So we're going to have some fun on here. So that's okay. Hi, Alienator. How are you? Thanks for joining us. I'm glad you can make it. Yes, fun fact. You can hear Matthew Lillard in Scream 5 at the house party. Tell Amber, hey Freeman, cool house. Yes, I love that. And he wasn't the only one. Jamie Kennedy had a little voiceover I think it's when Mindy is watching Stab, and I think Jamie Kennedy says someone's goofy dad is telling us to leave. And I think Drew Barrymore, she's like the voice of the principal at school on the loudspeaker. And then also Matthew Lillard was Chrome-Face Ghostface in the Stab 8 YouTube video. I love that they included some old actors. I would like it to be a direct sequel to the 4th movie. That way, Dewey can still be alive. Maybe have Jill and Stu be alive and both in their cult together. That would be interesting. I don't know how I would feel about that though. Obviously, I would love to have Dewey back. But I don't wanna wipe away Scream 5 and Scream 6, unless what you mean is to not wipe away 5 and 6, but to just have it take place after 4. That would be interesting. But if that's the case, then I just don't see Stu coming back, because we would have heard about it in Scream 5 and Scream 6 if it happened previously. So I'm torn on this. I know a lot of people say they want it to be a direct sequel to 4. It definitely would be interesting to see. Not killing main characters is a thing that I don't like in the last 2 movies. I totally get it. You need big character deaths. I'm trying to keep up with all these comments. There's a lot coming in. If you guys have a question that you really want me to answer, feel free to send in a super chat. Those go to the front of the line, and I really appreciate them. But I'm trying my best to get to all of the comments in the chat. Would you like for the opening of Scream 7 to feature Ghostface breaking into someone's house in the middle of the night, and this person waking up to find Ghostface standing over their bed? That would be creepy. That would be cool to see. Sure, yeah. Hello, thanks for joining us. Yeah, it would be sad if he comes back and they kill him, but you know what? I'll take it. I just want him back. Calling it now, Scream 7, September 26, 2025. 2 days before the 30-year anniversary of Maureen Prescott's death, where the story began. That's interesting. I like that. We'll see. I think Gale should be opening kill. That would shock a lot of people. Then Sydney and Kirby could be main leads. Yeah, I've said that before. Like, Gale being the opening kill would be crazy, and it could be a way to get Sydney back, because there's not many things that she would come back for. Because we know on the phone with Dewey in Scream 5, she said, "No offense, but I have no intention of stepping foot back into Woodsboro." And then, of course, Dewey died and she came back. So Gale dying in the opening, like, maybe that would be enough to get Sydney to want to take down Ghostface, especially because she might think that with Gale out of the way, she's next, you know? But I want to see her and Gale interact. I want to have them, like, in the full movie together. So I don't know. The more I think about it, I feel like I can see them actually killing off Gale in the opening scene. We'll see. No, you're not supposed to say that. Who do I think would win in a fight, Billy or Stu? Huh. It really could go either way. I'm gonna say Stu because he's taller. Would Spyglass be willing to pay the money to de-age these characters in the quality way it should be? I don't know. That's the thing about movies in general these days. Like, a lot of things just look so cheap, and like the CGI is not good. Things just look, I don't know if you guys have noticed this, but movies today can look so fake compared to movies from the early 2000s. I don't know what it is, but I think people in general are cheap when it comes to making movies. Like, they don't want to spend a lot so they can make maximum profit. I don't know. Yes, this is what I want. I've said this a bunch on my channel. I want Randy to have another videotape. And I did just put a video out like 2 or 3 days ago pointing out that Jamie Kennedy just shaved his beard and cut his hair, which he, for many years now, has had super long hair and a really long scruffy beard for years now. He's had that like disheveled look. And now all of a sudden, once Nev gets confirmed to be back is when he cleans up his look. That's very, listen, this could mean nothing. This could have no meaning, and I'm just like getting carried away. But to me, that is very suspicious. Why would he all of a sudden clean up his look after years of looking the way that he did? I don't know. I want to see Randy in a videotape again. Do you mean Angelina from Scream 3? If so, then I don't know. I'm torn on it because I know she was supposed to be. The movie was filmed with like 2 killers in mind. I don't know. Guys, I think I'm going to be ending the stream very shortly. We've been going over an hour, which is awesome. But I do have to go. And of course my camera is freezing now. This happened the last time too. Thanks so much for tuning in, guys. My camera's freezing. My comments are frozen. So this was a good time to end it anyway. But I will see you guys on Friday. I have the watch Friday, March 22nd at 7 p.m. Eastern time. So I hope you guys can make it. Yeah, my whole thing's frozen. All right, guys. Thank you so much. I'll talk to you guys soon.